Okay, so, of course, like me, I'm gonna buy a yacht or two. So if you want to do that, you can do that as well. Emily's like, no, he's not. Okay, back inside of the studio.
Well, Kevin, first you better learn how to stay in the water, because last year Kevin fell in the water at the boat show and soaked not just one cell phone, but two.
We need a
cell
replay.
Phones.
We need a replay.
I wonder if we still have that. John, do we still have that? If we still have that, I certainly think we need to play it, because, that's
he
good
doesn't
times.
think we have it. Oh, darn it. Maybe it's on YouTube somewhere.
It might be. We should check.
If you find it, tweet us and tell us, because we'll download it. Poor guy.
All right, well, today is a nice day to be heading out and about. We are going to see a bit of a rebound over the weekend. Details just ahead. First, here's Rachel with traffic.
Poor Kevin, we have too much fun at his expense, don't we? Now let's get into our traffic report. I want to take you onto the 403 at Aberdeen. Saga, not finding any issues. Okay, Emily, what are the details today on today's weather?
Well, today's not too bad. We've got some sunshine. We've got a southwesterly wind, so our temperatures aren't going to be too bad. We do have a system to our north come Thursday overnight and into Friday. That is going to sink its way south. Along this cold front, we're going to pick up a couple of centimeters of snow, so your Friday morning commute could be a touch on the slick side. Temperatures are going to get a little cooler behind this cold front for Friday, but we'll see some sunshine. And then for Saturday overnight and into Sunday, a very similar system, but temperatures are going to be a little warmer, so we're actually going to be above the freezing mark come Saturday into Sunday, with potentially mixing.
Thanks so much for joining us this morning here on the Weather Network. Emily will be back with all the details on what you can expect for your weather today. A slight warm up in the future, but first, here's a look at traffic. The good news is that crash on the 403 at Aberdeen, a bus, so that's also going to slow down your commute just a little bit more this morning. All right, I'll turn things over to Emily with a look at today's weather.
-6 is our daytime high today, so not as brutal as yesterday, but still quite cool. You're certainly going to want to bundle up today. We have a southwesterly flow system to our north, not affecting us. We do have another clipper coming through Thursday overnight and into Friday, and this could drop a couple of quick centimeters of snow in the city, so your Friday morning commute could be a little on the slick side. Our big story for the remainder of the week in Toronto is certainly going to be our temperatures and the fact that they are going to be on the way up. As we start to get into those light blues, and I don't know, we kind of flirt with the baby blue and maybe even a little bit of yellow. Not really, but close. Saturday, oh, there we go. Saturday is going to be above the freezing mark, and Sunday, a daytime high of 2 degrees, but a new system coming in, possibly giving us a little bit of mixing.
Okay, that is some great advice. Here, fishy, fishy. I don't know why I'm saying that. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Back inside to you, Emily and Rachel. Here,
oh, Kevin, I totally can relate. That's such a good Sesame Street clip when Bert and Ernie are sitting in the boat. And do you remember it?
No, I don't think
you're
so.
so young.
I don't think so.
You're so young.
Bert and Ernie, tell the
they're
story.
sitting in the boat, and Bert is fishing, and he can't catch anything, and he's getting all annoyed. And then Ernie just goes, here, fishy, fishy, fishy. And all these fish start jumping in the boat.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look that
Oh,
up.
boy. It's like a YouTube clip from the 70s anyways. Let's just take a look at the forecast. You just made me feel about 1 billion years
Sorry.
old. Okay, -6. Your warming temperatures, and when Tom gets back, he'll make me feel young again, because he'll remember when Sesame Street started. Rachel?
For the record, Sesame Street was around when I was a kid. I just do not recall that clip. Okay, let's get into our traffic story now, because we are looking at a few problems. And then into Mississauga, delays Erin Mills over to here, Ontario. Okay, Emily, more on the weather. Here we go.
Not the fish. I'm not really sure why we're looking at British Columbia, but I can give you that forecast if you'd like. I don't know if you want it, though, unless you're traveling. Maybe, John, you could switch it to the southern. There we go. Okay. We've got some sunshine in the forecast today with that southwesterly wind. Clipper to our north, not doing much today, but we do have another system on the way Thursday overnight and into Friday. We could pick up a few centimeters of snow through the lower Great Lakes, might making your Friday morning a little slick on the commute. And then we've got another system coming in Saturday overnight into Sunday, and with that, we could see some mixing. Temperatures are going to be hovering above the freezing mark.
All right, looks like a cool idea. I'm sure it's a lot easier to park a boat in there with no wind, no current off Lake Ontario. So, hey, check it out. Rachel Schutzen here with you right now, and let's take a look at the drive, because we have quite a few issues. But quite a few issues that we are dealing with. Of course, water main break in Kitchener as well. That has King Street closed from Ottawa to Sydney. Emily.
Thanks, Rachel. We're going to be seeing a relatively mild day today. We're looking at -6. I'm comparing it to yesterday, so we're a little bit below our seasonal average, but we are going to be seeing some sunshine. Winds at a southwesterly direction, but they're going to be very mild. They're not going to start to pick up until tomorrow night, where we do have a system coming in that is going to drop a little bit of snow on the GTA, possibly about 2 centimeters. You want to talk temperatures? Stay tuned. We've got your long-range forecast coming up. Thanks so much, Kevin. Some pretty good advice. So yeah, bad for the environment to run it longer than a minute, and your car just doesn't need it. I'm Emily Vukovic. Thank you for joining us here on the Weather Network. It is Wednesday. It is the 14th of January. It's cold today, but not as cold as it was yesterday. And this is the last thing you need when temperatures are pushing into the -20s. See some sunshine throughout the day tomorrow, as we will today. We've got that southwesterly flow helping keep our temperatures relatively mild. By tomorrow overnight and into Friday, we are going to be seeing a clipper move across southern Ontario, and this is going to drop a couple of centimeters of snow. But temperatures by the weekend, as you can see, are really going to start to warm up. By the weekend, we're actually going to be above seasonal. Here's Rachel now with an update on your commute.
All right, thanks, Emily. And as we look at those videos there of the water main break in Toronto, there is a new water main break today in Kitchener, and that's closing King Street from Ottawa to Sydney. So big travel delays around there. Also big travel delays on the 403. Don't go anywhere. We have more on the cold. That's all coming up. Awesome. Looks good. Looks like a lot of fun. And Kevin, finally out of the cold. Emily will have all those details in a second. But first, we have a lot to talk about traffic-wise here. We'll find those on and off delays into the downtown. Now, Emily, today's weather. Let's get into it.
Temperatures are going to be moderate today. We're looking at a daytime high of -6. As we move into tomorrow, we do have a new system on the way. Tomorrow overnight and into Friday, we could see a few centimeters of snow through the GTA, making your Friday morning commute a little slick. Temperatures are certainly going to be a huge story throughout the GTA. By the weekend, we're actually going to be hitting the 0 mark or even slightly above by Sunday.
Simple as that. And back inside to the studio. Wow. I think it's a little better than me, Chris.
Kevin, you're all suited up. Just don't forget, put your phone aside, or hopefully you have an extra bag of rice. Because last year Kevin dropped not 1 but 2 phones in the water when he fell in the water. I would have paid to see that. We didn't catch that on camera.
I would have. I know. I would have too. So hopefully our cameraman today take this as a little note. Film everything.
Everything you got. I noticed Kevin had a life jacket on, so we'll see. All right, -6 is our daytime high today, but then again, we will start to see a warm up. And just in time for the weekend, temperatures above the freezing mark. Details just ahead. First, here's Rachel.
There is a lot going on the roads right now. Quite a few crashes for you to deal with. And so overall, we are looking at a very busy spot in the morning right now, Emily.
All right, thanks so much, Rachel. We do have some sunshine throughout the day today. Trough to our north, not really affecting us through southern Ontario. We do have a clipper coming in for tomorrow night and into Friday morning, dropping a couple of centimeters of snow. And this could make your Friday morning commute a little on the slick side. Now, once this low moves off to the east, we've got high pressure behind it, so sunshine throughout the day on Friday. But then Saturday, overnight into Sunday, new clipper moves through. Again, temperatures are going to be a little bit too warm for it to be straight snow, so there is the potential for us to see a little bit of mixing with this early day Sunday, and then Arctic high right behind it, giving us much cooler temperatures to kick off next week.
Well, a very good morning to you. Thanks for tuning it into the Weather Network. Emily will be back in a second with all the details on today's weather, but the drive, it's a mess out there. Good news is we cleared the crash on the 403 eastbound there, so some problems with the transit this morning, and of course we'll keep you updated. But first, here's Emily.
Thanks, Rachel. Well, we are going to be seeing some sunshine throughout the day today, getting up to a high of -6, feeling a little cooler than that when you factor the wind chill, but certainly not as frigid as yesterday. We are going to be seeing sunshine continue throughout the day tomorrow, but then we do have a system on the way. This clipper from across the Prairie provinces could drop the potential of 1 to 2 centimeters of snow Thursday overnight into Friday, and that could give us some pretty slick driving conditions for your early morning commute. Once this low moves out, high pressure moves in for Friday, so we'll see more in the way of sunshine, but then Saturday overnight and into Sunday, a new clipper forms, bringing us not only some snow, but some mixing as well, because our temperatures are actually going to be warming up pretty significantly. We're looking at -5 for the next couple of days. Wind chill still into the -teens, but by Saturday getting up to 0. In Hamilton, we're getting up to 1. And then that clipper is going to arrive through the overnight. We're going to sit nicely in that warm sector, temperatures bumping up to 2 degrees pre-dawn Sunday, and that is where we're going to see that transition to snow to some mixing.
Oh, Mickey!
Now, I just want to note, thanks, Kevin, that water is brought in straight from Lake Ontario, and I don't believe there's a heater in there.
No. I see. I would do that. In the Bahamas, in Barbados, St. Lucia, send me anywhere. I'd be the best wakeboarder.
Not so much here in Lake Ontario. All right, -6 is our daytime high today. So, yeah, I guess if you want to feel the warmth and learn how to wakeboard in the winter, today's a great day for it. We're seeing lots of sunshine outside morning, but then we warm up just in time for the weekend. Those details just ahead, but first, here's Rachel.
And there's quite a bit on the go right now as we look at the major routes. We are still looking at this crash 410 southbound, just south 404 and down to Don Mills. Okay, Emily, the weather today and, of course, the warm-up that's in store.
Well, today it's still going to be quite cool. We're looking at a daytime high of -6, but lots of sunshine in the forecast. System coming in for tomorrow night into Friday could drop a few centimeters of snow on the ground, so be prepared for a little bit of a slick commute potentially Friday morning. Once that low moves out, high pressure moves in. We'll see some sunshine for Friday afternoon. Sunday, a mix of sun and cloud with this next clipper moving through. Saturday overnight into Sunday, temperatures are going to be mild enough for us to potentially see a little bit of mixing throughout the early morning hours.
That's incredible. That is amazing. Some fun summer activities. That's what you can look forward to. And Kevin Yard, well, he should do that too on the show, shouldn't he? Now let's get into your traffic report because there's a lot to talk about here. We outbound, same thing goes on the Gardiner eastbound, very heavy delays. All right, Emily, today, what's the weather looking like? I know we're slightly warmer, which is good.
It's very, very good. Yeah, you can actually get outside and walk your dog without your face freezing today. We've got a daytime high of about -6 with those southwesterly winds. Tomorrow, a fairly decent day as well, but tomorrow night, new clipper coming in. This is going to drop a few centimeters of snow on much of the GTA, so your Friday morning commute could be a little on the slick side. Once this low moves out, high pressure moves in behind it, so Friday we'll see some sunshine, but then a new clipper comes in Saturday overnight into Sunday. If you want to talk temperatures, stay tuned. We've got your local forecast details coming up next.
There is a lot going on the roads right now. Quite a few crashes, some new problems as well. So let's get into this. We'll take a look at our Beat the Traffic system here. And don't go anywhere because when we return, Emily will be back with details on the long range.
Inside the studio, how's the traffic conditions, Rachel?
Well, they are not as exciting as flyboarding, I'll tell you that, Kevin. But yeah, it is a busy drive out there. Let's jump into it right now as we take a look at the 403. We're still looking at this problem. That ramp is now open again, no longer looking at a crash, but a very active morning in terms of the traffic. And Emily, fill us in on the weather.
Not a lot of active weather, which is good news. We are seeing some hoarfrost in some areas. We saw freezing fog earlier today through Kitchener, and I know parts of Quebec are dealing with a lot of freezing fog as well. But for us throughout the GTA, not a lot of action, which is good news. We've got some sunshine. Temperatures are going to be getting up to about -6 this afternoon. We do have a system approaching throughout the day on Thursday. This is a clipper from across the prairies. It's going to drop potentially 1 to 2 centimeters of snow, so your Friday morning commute could be a little on the slick side.
Hey, not falling in the water. Not falling in the water.
You just keep telling yourself that, Kevin.
Keep saying it again and again. You want to know what, though? Talking about the boat show, one thing that I really think about is last year we saw so much ice cover on the Great Lakes that for boaters getting back into the water, it took so long. So this year, with less ice cover, well, maybe it will be better for the boaters out there.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Keep our fingers crossed for them. Kevin is saying, don't fall in, don't fall in, don't fall in, because last year he fell in with 2 cell phones. So it's been kind of a running joke around here and at the Toronto Boat Show. They said that they would provide him with an extra bag of rice.
Save the cell phone.
All right, -6 is our daytime high today. We are going to be seeing lots of sunshine with high pressure in place, which is nice. On the way, I'll talk more about that and a warming trend in temperatures. But first, here's Rachel with traffic.
And it is such an active morning in terms of traffic. We've had multiple crashes on the 403 through Ancaster, the QEW, the DVP. The list continues. We'll keep you updated on those crashes. And first, here's Emily with the warming trend.
That's good news for a lot of people. Now, this weekend is probably going to be a really good weekend to get out, hit the slopes, go up to ski country because temperatures are going to be mild, and we've got a little bit more snow on the way, just a touch. We've got this clipper coming in tomorrow night into Friday, giving us a couple of centimeters. That can make your Friday morning commute a little slick. Behind that, we've got high pressure moving through, so Friday we're going to see some sunshine, but still pretty cool. We're looking at -5 as a daytime high. Saturday overnight into early Sunday, we've got a new clipper coming in, and that's going to give us a bit of mixing because the warmest temperatures are actually going to be coming in late Saturday into early Sunday morning. We've got a brisk wind on Saturday, but still a little bit of sunshine will help.
And what an active morning we are seeing in terms of the traffic. I'm going to start off with the good news. The crash we've been following on the 403 in Mississauga just before you get to Erin Mills, Mississauga Road, that has now cleared. So some very good news here. It's a very busy drive as well as you make it Out on the Don Valley Parkway, southbound is jammed, and also eastbound on the Gardiner. It's a busy route. Now, I'll turn things over to Emily with a look at your forecast.
Thanks, Rachel. Well, it has been really cold throughout the GTA these last few days, but today we get much warmer. We're actually going to bump up to a daytime high of -6. Lots of sunshine in the forecast. Today is going to be a good day to get out if you haven't been able to do so in the last couple of days. Trough to our north, not doing too much, but we do have a system on the way for tomorrow evening and overnight. We could see some light snow falling through the GTA. We're talking 1 to 2 centimeters overnight, and then Friday morning, well, could be a little bit of a slick commute. Once this low moves out, we've got high pressure moving in, so we'll see some sunshine throughout the day on Friday, and then Saturday overnight into Sunday. Another clipper system moves through, but our temperatures are going to be above the freezing mark, so we may actually see a little bit of mixing with this. Then we've got an Arctic high coming in behind it, so to kick off next week, it's going to be cold again. We're looking at -5 for tomorrow and into Friday. By Saturday through Hamilton, we're getting up to a daytime high of 1. Sunday, pre-dawn high of 2 degrees, but we've got that mixing from that clipper system moving through southern Ontario. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Vukovic, and of course, if you remember back in 1999, this is when Toronto experienced probably one of its worst months for snowfall. We saw about 118 centimeters of snow, and it was the month that Mayor Mel Lasman brought in the Canadian Forces to dig us out. All right, we're going to check in with Kevin, who's not talking about snow today. He's talking about wakeboarding. And Kevin, are you going to get on a board, or are you just teasing us with that life jacket on?
Show, we call it the,
Wow.
Yeah, a little front flip action there.
Okay. All right, you got to teach me how to do that. Great job. All right, give me a high five. All right, back inside of the studio. That was amazing.
Kevin, I'll pay money to see you do that. I'll pay a lot of money to see you do that. Okay, well, today is going to be fairly cool. We're looking at a daytime high of -6. We've got a system coming in tomorrow overnight and into Friday that is going to bring Toronto a few centimeters of snow. So your Friday early morning commute could be a little on the slick side with the snow coming in along this cold front. High pressure behind the system, so it's going to be sunny but cool throughout the day on Friday. Next system coming in Saturday overnight to Sunday, giving us some mixing. Weather expert Chris St. Clair. You can catch more science behind the weather videos at our website, theweathernetwork.com. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Wednesday. It is the 14th of January. It's cold, but it's not as cold as it was yesterday, which is nice for us. Today, we're going to see some sunshine. Southwesterly wind is going to be very light. We do have a trough to our north, not affecting us at all. But the next clipper system that's going to be moving through is going to sink its way south, and this potentially could drop a few centimeters of snow Thursday overnight and into Friday. Temperatures certainly a huge story this week throughout the GTA. It has been absolutely frigid, but as we get into these blues, the light blues, and even flirting with a little bit of yellowy white by the weekend, I think a lot of people are going to be happy about that. It is going to be a good weekend to possibly get out, hit the slopes. I mean, it's going to be mild, but it's not going to be mild enough to actually melt the base that are on the mountains and through ski country. We're looking at a daytime high of Saturday of 0. Sunday, 2 degrees. That's going to be kind of a pre-dawn early day high, and then the temperatures are going to drop behind the next clipper. So we do have a clipper Saturday overnight into Sunday, giving us some mixing, and then as that Arctic high moves back in, Monday we are back to very cold temperatures with the wind chill. All right, thanks so much for that, Kim. Yeah, it's incredible to think, I mean, I remember it. I was here in Toronto, and you really couldn't get anywhere. So I'm glad the mayor brought in the army. It helped us out, that's for sure. Centimeters. It was a bad January. It was a really bad January for southern Ontario. Now, we have seen our fair share of snow this year. We are going to be seeing a trough to our north today. It's not going to be affecting us. We are going to see, however, a clipper come across from the prairie provinces that is going to drop possibly a couple of centimeters of snow through Thursday overnight and into Friday morning. So your Friday morning commute could be a little slick. Now, behind this low, we're going to see high pressure move back in, so more sunshine throughout the day on Friday. But then Saturday, late day and into Sunday, new clipper comes through, but temperatures are going to be slightly warmer. So we're actually going to see the potential for a little bit of mixing. -5 for tomorrow, feeling like -12. It'll feel like -13 on Friday with some more sunshine. And then Saturday, a daytime high of 0. A great day to get out, hit the slopes. If you're going up to ski country, it is going to be a great weekend for it. Sunday, 2 degrees, pre-dawn high, and then temperatures will be dropping throughout the day. Monday, -9 with some sunshine. Thank you so much, Chris St. Clair. Check out the website. There's some pretty cool videos there. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's the 14th of January, and it is a cold start to the day, but not as cold as it was yesterday. We also saw a little bit of snow yesterday. That was Tomorrow morning, -10, a mix of sun and cloud. We don't have a lot of active weather to talk about today. We've got high pressure firmly in place, but tomorrow overnight and into Friday, brand new system comes in. This is going to drop a few centimeters of snow through the GTA, making the potential of a slippery morning commute on Friday. So keep that in mind. Maybe give yourself a little bit of extra travel time. Temperatures a huge story throughout the GTA this week and into the weekend because we're going to warm up. We've got a push of warm Pacific air. We've got the lack of Arctic high. We are going to see some sunshine, but we are also going to be seeing a little bit more snow. Now we've got -5 tomorrow. The clipper comes in tomorrow overnight and into Friday morning. By Friday afternoon, we're looking at some sunshine. Saturday, a mix of sun and cloud. And then Saturday overnight into Sunday is when we have that next clipper moving through. That's going to give us a little bit of snow. And the potential is there for a little bit of mixing as well because temperatures are going to be above that freezing mark. Then an Arctic high moves in behind it. So to kick off next week, it's going to be cold. And we've got a couple of clippers coming our way in the next few days. We'll talk more about that coming up. Thank you so much for that, Chris. I'm Emily Vukovic. It is Wednesday. It's the 14th of January. It's cold today, but not as cold as it has been. We've got Kevin Yard. He's joining us from the Toronto Boat Show. And Kevin, you are a lucky man today. Yesterday, you were wearing a parka, and today you are wearing a T-shirt.
Studio, and you know, Emily, I was reading about that because I don't know anything about flyboarding, but it looks good.
But it looks fun for about a minute, but then what do? It's like you're just walking on water, kind of? I don't know. Looks kind of neat, though. I would give it a try once, maybe. Temperatures warming up gradually as the week goes on, but we do have a couple of clippers that are going to be moving in through our area. We've got the first one Thursday overnight into Friday, so Friday morning commute could be a little slick, and then we've got the second one coming in Saturday overnight and into Sunday, and temperatures are actually going to be warm enough that we're going to see a little bit of mixing with this system. Once we get into that warm sector, kind of pre-dawn Sunday morning, that's when we're going to see our daytime high of 2 degrees, and that is where we could see that rain-snow mix. Saturday, we're seeing a daytime high of 0, so I think Saturday's probably the best day to get out and do some outdoor activities. By Monday, an Arctic high comes in behind that cold front, so we return to very cold temperatures, even colder wind chills, but then we return to seasonal by mid next week. Thanks, Kim. Yeah, it happens to be the anniversary of when the Army was called in. I mean, January was a bad month. From January 2nd to January the 15th, picked up 131 centimeters. Nobody was going anywhere fast, that's for sure. -6 is our daytime high today. It's going to be quite cool to start the day tomorrow, but we will warm up, and the warming trend continues into the weekend. We've got a clipper on the way for tomorrow overnight and into Friday, dropping a few centimeters of snow. That could certainly make your Friday morning commute a little dicey. And then throughout the day on Saturday, we are going to be seeing some sunshine, more of a mix of sun and cloud. But Saturday overnight and into Sunday, new clipper moves in, and this one is also going to be dropping a little bit of snow. But temperatures, because they're going to be so mild, we have the potential on Sunday early day to see some mixing. We have an Arctic high behind this system, which is going to really cool down our temperatures for Monday. But then we start to rebound to more seasonal values as we get closer to the middle of the week.